Indigenous rites and traditional healing practices have been a long-standing part of many cultures around the world. Indigenous people have been subjected to centuries of discrimination and oppression, and the effects of this have been devastating. In order to protect and promote the rights of Indigenous people, it is important to recognize and respect their unique cultures, beliefs, and healing practices. Indigenous rights refer to the inherent rights that Indigenous peoples have to their land and resources, and to the protection of their culture and language. These rights are protected by various international laws, such as the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, which recognizes the right of Indigenous peoples to their culture, language, and self-determination. Indigenous people have the right to practice their traditional healing practices and to access healthcare services in their own language. Traditional healing practices are based in the spiritual beliefs and customs of Indigenous peoples and are deeply rooted in their culture. These practices are often passed down through generations and have been used to treat physical and mental illnesses for centuries. Traditional healing practices vary from culture to culture, but may include the use of herbal medicine, massage therapy, sweat lodges, prayer and meditation, and other natural healing techniques. In recent years, there has been a renewed interest in traditional healing practices, as many people are beginning to recognize the importance of incorporating them into modern health care systems. Traditional healing practices are often seen as a more holistic approach to health and wellness, and can be used to complement more established medical treatments. Indigenous rights and traditional healing practices are essential to the well-being of Indigenous peoples around the world. It is important to recognize and respect the unique cultures, beliefs, and healing practices of Indigenous peoples, and to ensure that their rights are protected. By doing so, we can help to ensure that Indigenous cultures and healing practices are preserved and passed down for generations to come.